Hello everybody, Spirit Gaming here, and today I will be talking about the deep talents of a soul dancer. Uh, as you can see, these are just screenshots because I'm still far off level 80, and I won't get to level 80 in maybe 2 or 3 days. And I know that a bunch of you are already at level 80 or just want to prepare for these deep talents. So I asked a friend of mine to make screenshots of all these talents and for me to talk about them. So you unlock these deep talents at level 80, and there are a bunch of them. Um, every talent gives you a different effect. As you can see, the first one is increasing the cooldown reduction by 1%. Each time you place 1 point, as you can see, you can place up to 5 points to the first talents. Each time you place a point, it's gonna increase by 1%. So this talent just makes cooldown reduction even better, because the more you have, the more it increases, because it's percent based. The next talent I'll be talking about is Water Mastery. Ice Glare Shock increases water attack for 3 seconds, and right here, as you can see, it's a base amount. So at the first rank it's 48 water attack, and it's not percent based. That means that you don't have to get a lot of water attack on your gear to make this talent work. Next up is Gravity Effect. Allies whose size was increased by time expansion have increased knockdown and area resistance. This is mostly used for the Soul Link ability, and you should use it on a Blade Master, and he will have resistance by 10% at the rank 1, and it is pretty nice. But I heard that you can change any of these talents for free, so you are gonna make the builds for each situation. I will be making builds and guides on different setups, but for now, as I said, I'm not level 80 yet and I have to improvise. Next up is Demon Claw. Azure Mark has a chance to trigger a delay whenever it deals damage. Delay is a debuff, and as the ability says, it has a trigger rate of 6% on the first rank. I'm guessing it doubles each rank, I'm not sure. As I said, I haven't checked any of this out on my own. So yeah, it's an okay ability. Yes, it gives CC, and for a support based build, maybe you will run it, especially because you first need to have 5 points in acceleration, which was the cooldown reduction talent. Next up is Double Impact. I think I love this one a lot for a support build. Ice Glare Shock has a chance to trigger Ice Glare Shock on hit. Trigger rate is 2% at rank 1. I'm guessing it will go to 10%. I'm not sure again, just speculating, and we will see when we're gonna be able to get these talents. Ice Glare Shock is the best ability in my opinion, because you spam it a lot, and if it's gonna be 10% chance, you use it 10 times easily, at least 10 times in a fight. You're gonna pretty much have a guaranteed chance of proccing this talent at least once and deal double damage. Many of you don't know, but actually Ice Glare Shock does heal you for a little bit as well, so this just helps you with healing too. Really love this talent, and I will probably use it. Phase Assault, Phase Shock, damage increased and has a chance to trigger aerial. increased damage by 5% with a 5% increased aerial chance. This one is a damaging ability. It's a pretty good ability as well because it has a chance to trigger aerial. I don't know if I will run this one because, as you can see, the luck's at level 100, but it's an OT ability, talent. Glass, this talent also unlocks pretty late in the game. Gemini's Ice Glare Shock heals one nearby ally, and as I said, Ice Glare Shock does heal you, and now it will heal nearby ally as well. Next up is Pack Improvement. This ability is very good, but we will unlock it at level 105, which is gonna wait a little bit. Increased magic attack when in a pack with an ally. This will also increase your healing output, and overall a really nice ability, especially for me. Essence, increase max HP by 1%. I'm guessing it's gonna be at 5% at rank 5. OT ability, the more HP you have, the more useful this talent will be. Yeah, that's about it. Drive, time expansion, increases endurance recovery for 12 seconds. This ability is actually one of the better ones. I feel like it is gonna be really useful, and it does increase it by 20%, so the more you can dodge, the better for you if you are getting focused and you are in duels. So really good ability overall. Talent. I'm mispronouncing or missaying. Healing Wind, gain increased move speed for 4 seconds when receiving a heal. Stacks up to 3 times. As I said, Ice Glare Shock does heal you, and if this triggers off Ice Glare Shock, it's gonna be a really nice ability. You will get a lot of movement speed, which is always useful. Sturdy, gain a damage reduction effect for 3 seconds on receiving a control effect, can only trigger once every 3 seconds. Basically when you get stunned, delayed, shocked, anything like that, you will have a damage reduction, which is pretty useful if you are going in close to the enemies and you are in Day of Liberty or any bigger events, because you can't move then at all. Drain life, recover HP on kill. Each time you kill an enemy, this is especially good for dailies. You will heal a lot. I haven't seen the bronze dungeon yet, but I feel like it's gonna have a bunch of enemies, and this one might be useful, but not for everywhere. Dirge, I don't know how to pronounce this. On taking little damage, heal up to 2 allies within 5 meters. Each ally can only be healed once every 5 minutes by this effect. Healing is 3% of own max HP. Basically, you're gonna want to, before you know you're gonna die, go to a nearby ally and heal them for 3% of your own max HP. Not missing HP, but max HP. Body of Purity, increase super armor duration when using a dodge skill. It is good for duels especially, so this talent might see a lot of play, but as I said, I can't talk about the meta right now. I haven't tested anything of this out, so we will just see. Next up is Rune Resonance. Absorbing a heal rune has a chance to reset all heal cooldowns. This is useful in dungeons, I guess. I don't know why it's at level 105, but there might be some dungeons there that are dropping a lot of heal runes. That's it for this tree. Next up is Might of Doppelganger. Gemini deals additional damage, increased damage by 10%. Gemini, I think it's your twin that uses your abilities, copies your abilities, and increasing its damage by 10% is nice. I'm guessing at rank 1 is 2% and it just goes up to a maximum of 10%. Blessing, Recolight gives healing bonus, really nice ability. Anyway, the bonus healing is always good for a healer, and that's about it. Weak, transformation reduces enemy endurance. Activated effect, reduce 25% of max endurance. Transformation is your chicken ability, and if it does reduce endurance, it's pretty awesome for debuff. Defend, Recolight gives allies in its area a shield when it expires. At rank 1 it's I'm guessing it's gonna increase with your magic attack. I'm not sure again, I haven't tested it out. But a really good support Soul Dancer ability. Encourage, deal increase damage within 5 meters of Gemini, I'm guessing. Increase damage by 1.6% at rank 1. Good ability for damage dealer. Increased hit percent when attacking at the same time as Gemini. Hit rate by 4% is increased. Again, okay for damage dealers. Transformed enemies have reduced movement speed. Reduces movement speed by 15% at rank 1. Okay ability. Nice. Any CC for a support Soul Dancer is good CC. Time control, time lock stops enemy skill and EX cooldown. This is actually one of the best ones, I feel like. Stopping for 5 seconds basically increases their cooldown on their skills by 5 seconds, and it is, yeah, I feel like this one is the best level 105 talent. Really nice one. Okay guys, that's about it. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, it does help me a lot. Comment if you have any questions, and as I said, when I hit level 80 I will be probably making another guide, or I will just wait until I'm level 100 and make a bigger guide about the meta and everything like that. I will be posting one video every 2 days, and yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one, and bye bye.